Metro Police right now are investigating a deadly shooting that took place on the northeast side. This happened overnight at the Carriage House East Apartments. This is near 42nd and Midhofer. Police found a person who had been shot and killed. They have not released the victim's name yet or any information about a suspect.
We have an update on the shooting at the Carriage Apartments in Duce back in June. That's where 4 teens were shot and hospitalized. Tonight we have an update on those victims. Hunter Alcocer spoke to the grandmother of one of them, Hunter.
Crystal, according to Yolanda Sims, the grandmother of 18-year-old Javen Landerth, 3 of the 4 victims are still in the hospital. One of them has already checked out. I spoke with Sims about her grandson, who is still being treated. Yolanda Sims says that her grandson, Javen, is still in critical condition but stable.
Okay, when he first woke up, he was still intubated, and he started signaling to write something. So the nurse got him a paper and a marker, and he wrote, "Am I alive?" And I said, "Yes, you're alive."
She says she's always known her grandson to be a nerdy kid with a good heart who always wants to do the right thing. Sims also says that her family and the families of the others still in the hospital have come together in these tough times. All of them focused on the recovery of their boys first and foremost.
Like I said, it's a tragedy for all of us. We all have become a family here because we're all suffering the same, our teenage boys are in ICU fighting for their lives.
Sims goes on to say that parents need to keep an eye on their kids so that this doesn't happen to them.
Pay attention to your children, know their friends, know their whereabouts, keep a lookout on social media because this is real. This is real.
Sims says that she is praying for everyone involved, including the suspects, feeling that the lives of all the young men involved have changed because of this incident.
These are the Carriage House East Apartments on the city's northeast side, not far from the intersection of 42nd and Midhofer Road. They sit right in the middle of Beat Northeast 70, one of the most dangerous districts that IMPD patrols. And it's a district where Christopher Buckhalter was the 15th person to be killed in 2018.
Somebody out there knows who it is.
Jacqueline Buckhalter doesn't want you to remember her son Christopher from his 2014 mugshot. He was arrested for beating up a race fan in the Coke lot on a violent night before the Indy 500 that year that saw one man killed in a separate incident. Buckhalter caught a misdemeanor battery conviction in that case.
If that was kind of like a wake-up call for him that, something like that happened.
I was hoping that it would be. He didn't really talk about it to me.
Maybe it worked. Buckhalter fathered 2 children, started working 2 jobs doing security, and was supposed to be getting ready to go Christmas shopping with one of his sons when he was murdered at the Carriage House East Apartments last December 21st. He had been shot, somehow got back into his car to get away, and the vehicle rolled to a crash. Buckhalter could only tell police his name and his birth date before he died.
But I know that the trouble life, he just said it's not for him. He met somebody over there and something went bad. But prior to that day, we heard some guy was looking for him the day before.
IMPD homicide detectives have the names of some people they'd like to talk to about Buckhalter's death.
There is good cameras over there. And I did my own little detective work myself to find out if they actually got that information. And I was told, yes, they have it. You can see who's going in that area, and there's only one way in that area and one way out of that area.
You get the impression other people know who they are too.
Yes, they sure do. Yep. The girl, family, people know who they are. Facebook knows who they are.
A week ago, Jacqueline says an East Side mother showed a lot of courage by turning in her teenage son for the murders of 2 people. She's hoping this week another mother will show that same sort of courage by helping her solve her own son's case. With Indy Unsolved, I'm Russ McQuaid.
If you have any information about the murder of Christopher Buckhalter, please call Crime Stoppers. That number is 317-262-TIPS, and your information could be worth a $1,000 reward.
All right, well, this
Police are looking for whoever shot a man to death on Indy's northeast side. A man was found dead at the Carriage House East Apartments near 42nd and Midhofer last night. Police believe the suspect in the case drove off in a black SUV. Now officers are trying to get more info from the public on what led up to this. So if you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. The number is 317-262-TIPS, and remember, you can stay anonymous.